guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please make sure that you make the things happen so you can get notified every time I drop a new video. The time has come for us to set GENESIX, the 6th anniversary of Genesis. And yeah, man, without wasting any time, let's go to it. I did say that this is one of like those pay-per-views that give you a feel of how the year's gonna be. So man, let's get into it. So this is how our card looks. We have Garrett Grainer versus Azul Furia for the national championship. I'm gonna read the build after. I think this is kind of like it's been a while since I had a national championship go first, like Kickstarter show, because most of the time I have the cruiserweight title or the tag team titles go first. So already we're off to a good start. We have Jin Bao versus Mike Mayhew ladder match for the cruiserweight title. We have we have the Colossus versus Project Considine for the tag team titles. It's a normal match. I did say that I'm gonna turn it into a normal match because I did not like see the need to make it a tables match, since like these guys can carry a whole match without anything, right? We have Brandon Judge versus Guadalupe, interesting one, hardcore match. We have Manu Savea versus, okay, now I know what was supposed to happen here. We have Manu Savea versus Troy Manning for the world title. I forgot one angle here. Just that I didn't make the matches longer. So yeah, let's get into it. Garrett Grainer versus Azul Furia, the build. After defeating Scott Ringer in a Dominus Cell match, at Best of the Best 25, Garrett Grainer becomes the #1 contender for the national championship. Not a big build. I'm not gonna read the finish because the finish is basically how it ends. I think I'm gonna read it after, or I'm just gonna skip it. But yeah, I'm gonna have him win. We're gonna have Azul basically winning the national title. Important for storyline. This probably becomes Garrett Grainer's last match set up for the national championship. He realizes that he no longer needs the national championship to reignite the fire inside him, since he's like the only superstar with the most national title reigns. He will need to win the world championship for the second time, and this time around make the most of it. So what's going on here is that Garrett Grainer has had like these issues of feeling irrelevant, right? So he has been like chasing the national championship, thinking that maybe that is what he needs, to feel like himself again, But then he loses to Azul Furia, and this time he's gonna have like that introspection, that that moment where it's like, maybe I don't need the national champion. Maybe like I've been like playing myself, thinking that I still need to be in the mid card or something to be relevant, or maybe I just need like some sort of like switch, and that switch is gonna be basically chasing the world title, right? So that is what is happening. Garrett Grainer has been like questioning himself, like, why am I not relevant anymore? Why is Scott Ringer being relevant? Why are the other guys passing by and getting this moments and whatsoever? So that is what is happening. He's gonna lose to Azul Furia, do some introspection, and be like, you know what, maybe I don't deserve to be in the mid card. Maybe I'm playing myself by thinking that the national championship is gonna bring the fire inside me. Maybe I need something more. Maybe I need something. Maybe I need to do something I've not done before in a while. And that is when the world championship, and make the most of it, because I think his first win was decent, but then it didn't it didn't like feel like he was world champion at that time. So that is what is happening here. Jin Bao versus Mike Mayhew. The build here is Mike Mayhew returns to challenge Jin Bao for the Cruiserweight Championship. A match is set up between him and AEC's new signee Pelton Wilson. So if you watched my last video, we had this thing going on here, where Mike Mayhew was basically facing like the new core I created, right? So he's basically the #1 contender for the cruiserweight title. I think he's gonna win this one. He needs to win this one. Important for storyline. Jin Bao's cruiserweight division run comes to an end. He's now the only superstar with most. I forgot to tell you this. Jin Bao is 6-time cruiserweight, guys. Big accomplishment, and yeah. So he's like the most. He's like the only superstar with most title reigns. Jordan Porter and Garrett Green are sitting in 5, and I think it's gonna stay like that because Jordan Porter basically ejected himself from the cruiserweight division in a match he had. I think a match he had with Davey Geller. It was basically his last match in the cruiserweight division, and Garrett Green can't go to the cruiserweight division. Like he's the main. He's a main event star. So going back to the cruiserweight division would be like, what is he doing there? He has nothing to prove. So that is what is going on there. So I even wrote here, just like Jordan Porter, he's ejecting himself from the cruiserweight division for new stars to take over the for new stars. What is happening here is that as the guys, as like your Jordan Porter, your Garrett Grainer, your Watson, not necessarily Watson, your Jin Baos, your who else has held the cruiserweight title? Basically your Paxton Paynes, these guys, the top guys, basically like the OGs, the people who were there in the beginning. Like they're moving up the card, so like the new stars can get into the cruiserweight division and make them a name for themselves, so they can move up to the card also, right? So that is what is happening. He's also losing the cruiserweight title simply because there's been rumors of him winning the completion battle royal and possibly winning his first world championship at Best of the Best 26. This one is another thing that is kind of like plays in this. The reason why Jin Bao is losing the cruiserweight title is because he's about to receive like a big push. So I've been planning this since I think 2024. I've been telling myself Jin Bao is probably gonna win. If not Jin Bao, Koetsuguda. One of them has to win the Battle Royal, or Aaron Brooke. So I think I've decided that Jin Bao might win this year's completion Battle Royal. Here it says, okay, we continue. Losing the cruiserweight title to Mike Mayhew is for him to reignite the flame he had 2022. So when the day of the Battle Royal arrives, the AEC universe is behind him. He might also team up with his ex-friend Mustafa Vesi for a while to basically reignite the fire he had way back. So what is happening here is Jin Bao is basically losing the cruiserweight title because he's gonna be in the world title picture soon, and I need him to do something else. I need him to do something else. I need him to like get out of the box. Basically like warm him, basically like have him move around before throwing him in the world title, because I feel like in the cruiserweight division he has been stale because he has done everything there is. He has beaten everyone. He has basically beat everyone there. So I need him to do something else, man. I need him to maybe play around in the tech division, or I have like storylines, or I have like feuds that only like played around storylines and nothing else, so I can have him like prepared, and when he goes into the world title picture, he's unstoppable. So that is what is happening here. Plus Mike Mayhew winning the cruiserweight championship. So Mike Mayhew winning the cruiserweight championship is just a reward for his consistency. He's been having a hard time in the mid card for the longest time. Ever since he came back to the cruiserweight division, the superstar has been able to get some reassurance and find his way around. There's plans for him to lose it to someone who's going to need some redirection too, which is Alfie Hugo, Raiden Tashiro, or AC's new signee, Penn Wilson. So it's just that, man. I feel like Mike Mayhew has been good. Like people, I feel like people are starting to. I feel like he's now being seen. He's no more the guy like, oh, it's Mike Mayhew. I feel like ever since like he came back to the cruiserweight division, you can see he's there. Like he even enjoys being there because he's fighting for titles. He had a crazy one with the cruiserweight title before, and this time is chasing the title. He's gonna have another crazy one. So I feel like he needed that, he needed this change, for him to feel like he's in the roster again. Because I feel like when I put him in the national picture, world title picture, he's been getting lost in the shuffle. So I feel like ever since he came back to the cruiserweight division, he's been there. Like you can see him, he's doing something, he's going somewhere, right? So that is what is going on. I think I'm gonna have him do like I think I'm gonna have him have like some crazy run before he drops the title to El Fuego, because I feel like El Fuego is another superstar that needs reassurance. He has just been lost, man. He's just been lost. Raiden Tashio is another superstar that needs the cruiserweight title, because he's been in the tag team division for a while. So him getting like a singles title is something else. Or you might give it to a new signee, Penn Wilson, because Penn Wilson is also like everywhere. He's good in the ring. He's doing good for someone who just like entered, someone who doesn't have a big background and whatsoever, So that is what is going on here. We have Thanatos versus Project Considine. After helping Troy Manning win a 6-man tag team, this goes back to this. I don't want to explain it, lol. This goes back to this. We had this match going on where like Project Considine was helping Troy Manning face Manu Savea, Thanatos, and Mohammed. So they won the match, and this basically makes them number 1 contenders. So that is what is happening. Important for storyline. Thanatos and Mohammed have outgrown being a tag team. Mohammed and Thanatos will be going their separate ways after this match. Also, there's been a recurring issue whereby the Colossus lose whenever they don't run things past Baron Montag, or they don't have Baron Montag's motivation ringside. So what is happening here is I've been planning to separate the Colossus for quite some time. I feel like this is the right time. So I'm using like the excuse. So I'm basically using Baron Montag as an excuse for them, like breaking up, because I feel like, okay, there was a time where like the Colossus were dominating and they were stale. Baron Montag came in and they were kind of like refreshed somehow. Now I'm just like using it as an excuse that, okay, they're no longer like refreshed, since like Baron Montag is focusing on Manu Savea. I even wrote it down here. It says this comes to play now that Baron Montag is now focusing on Manu Savea a lot. Manu Savea, who has replaced Alex White in the King's Burning Hands faction since Alex White broke his spine late last year. This will eventually lead to Thanatos and Mohammed going for singles gold. Also, Project Considine picks up a win and becomes new tag team champions after teaming up for like 2 years now. So this brings a dynamic to the tag team division going forward. I think I'm also gonna like they also become like the first babyface tag team holding gold in a while. So this is just for them to have that moment, man. And I think they've been a team for too long, and Jordan Porter has been trying to like win gold, the tag team gold, as a thank you to Eric Considine, guiding him and all that. So I think after this I'm gonna have a tournament, but then I'll see. I think I'll have a tag team tournament, but then I tried setting it up and I don't have a lot of teams, hey. But then I'll see what I can do. So they will win the gold, and it's gonna be a big moment for them, especially like the year starts and they're holding gold. That's crazy. So we have Brendan Judge versus Tsuguda. Okay, so here, what is happening here? The build. Oh my god, I have to read the build again. Okay, I'm just gonna summarize everything. So these people have, so these superstars have a long history, right? So I think at best of the best, Tsuguda basically lost. I did say this in my last video. So Tsuguda basically lost to Brendan Judge, but he felt like Brendan Judge has never been the same since he lost the feud with Troy Manning. So Tsuguda, has been having a hard time having to face Brendan Judge, because he knows that Brendan Judge can tap into that executioner version of him, because now he's not the executioner. Now he's just like a coward. Now he's insecure, whenever like he faces some guys that can go toe to toe with him. Now he's insecure. Now he's cheating. Now he's ending matches via DQ and whatsoever. So he's doing all that. So that is what is happening. Important for storyline. Okay, Brendan Judge proves to Tsuguda once again that he's facing a coward. The breast battle. Okay, he basically proves to Go Tsukuda once again that he's facing a coward. The best wrestler of all time can't even convince Brendan Judge to go back to his old executioner gimmick. So here I think I'm gonna use the excuse. I'm gonna just use this as an excuse. Just gonna use this as an excuse. I'm not gonna even explain it. Submission. I'm just gonna use that as an excuse. Okay, here we are. This one is long. But then I feel like I shouldn't even be talking much, man. I shouldn't be talking much. But here we are. The build in the main event of Best of the Best 2025. We had Troy Manning versus Spencer. We had this setup. We have this setup, and oh my God, where is it? We have this setup, and basically Manu Savea and the Colossus came in. This was basically the angle, right? This was basically like a new storyline whereby Manu Savea has agreed to work with the King's Burning Hands, right? Brent Montag has been trying to find a superstar that will take Alex White's place after Alex White broke his spine in a World Championship match against Troy Manning at Completion Battle Royal. So this is what happened, and now we are putting this setup. Now we are putting this setup simply because Manu Savea told Troy Manning that if he continues to have matches, he's gonna interfere in each and every match because he made it clear that he wants gold. He wants gold, right? So that is what is happening, and important for storyline. Manu Savea wins the world champion, and for the first time, he wins the world champion for the first time. Savea now makes the list of Troy Manning's. Okay, makes the list of Troy Manning's list. Oh, I don't know what I was saying here. But basically makes the list of Troy Manning, right? Or makes Troy Manning's list. That is what I wanted to say. Makes Troy Manning's list of people he can't beat, because Troy Manning can't beat Alex White. He can't beat Alex White. He can't beat Colt Brewer. He can't beat Spencer Van Zandt. Now Manu Savea is inserted in this in this whole situation, because the reason why I'm putting this out there is because Troy Manning looks unbeatable, but then there are some people he cannot beat. He's just working his way around so he can be able to beat Alex White, Colt, Spencer, and Savea, right? So this also changes the dynamic. Okay, this is what I wanted to read. This also changes the dynamic of the world title picture. The world title has been ending up in the same hands in the last 3 to 4 years. It has been ending up with Tsukuda, Troy Manning, Spencer, Tsukuda, Troy Manning, Spencer. Now this is kind of different now, because Manu Savea has it. Now he's inserted in the title picture, in the world title picture. Now we have a new face, someone that we are like, okay, let's see what he has, what he's got, right? So that is what is happening. Manu Savea has now been inserted. Has now inserted himself in the world title picture, and will probably, crossing fingers, be part of AEC's craziest title runs. The reason why I'm putting this out there is because we have never seen a new star win the world title in a while. So him winning the world title means that we'll have crazy matchups, we'll have crazy finishes, we'll have crazy storylines and all that. So that is what is happening here. Fun fact, before Troy Manning got his push around 2021, 2022, Manu Savea was in discussion, but AEC Creative did nothing about it. Instead, they threw him in the tag team division with Calico, which wasn't bad at all. So this is something I have been bringing up for quite some time. Manu Savea was supposed to be a main eventer 2021. We shouldn't even be having this setup right now. But because AEC Creative was we're not so sure about Manu Savea, they went with Troy Manning. And now Manu Savea is getting the light he needs. So let's start the pay-per-view. 100% match. The finish here is basically Greiner goes for the springboard DDT. But wait, Azul reverses with a handstand and rolls. Garrett Greiner keeps up. Azul bounces off the ropes, goes for a tilt-a-twirl, head scissors, and super kick at the back of Greiner's head. 1, 2, 3, he retains. Okay, 100. Okay, I think we're gonna get 100 for our first pay-per-view. 100. This one is 100. Okay, cool. We can see it. He lost a lot of fans. Not a lot at all, actually. I think he lost a lot. Okay, Mike Mayhew is getting to 3 million, which is something I wanted to do for a long time. Match setup. Okay, this one doesn't affect them at all. It just makes these people look good. Look at this. Main event. Okay, this one is pretty much cool. You can see it. I think we're getting 100 for the main event. Oh my god. Yes sir. Like this, I think this is the best setup because Troy Manning didn't lose a lot of fans. Manu Savea gained a lot of fans, and now he's matching with Troy Manning, which is something I like to see. Oh my god, I think we're gonna get an I-99. I 99. I did say, I think it was the last angle. It's because of the last angle we got a 99. Otherwise, all the matches were 100. 100. So, yes sir, this is it. Do we get coins? Oh, they added this. Okay, so this is what the update was about. Pro tip: share your captivating shows and narratives in the community subreddit. Okay, we can see. Mr. Bao. Oh god. Is it 1? Okay, cool. That's it, man. That's it. I think that's it. Good pay-per-view. I think the next one I'm gonna upload is Dissension because I want to play the 2 pay-per-views that I have, but I'm gonna upload Dissension, and the 2 pay-per-views before Dissension, Eye to Eye and Breaking Bad. I'm just gonna upload on the subreddit, right?